Hi guys, it's been quite some time. This is the Star Goddess and Ecstasy. It is I suppose, the empowering of the Star Goddess. Basically, the centre of the universe is everywhere. It's within us too. We are not separate. This is just my belief. This was just my family's belief. It's not fact. I am no expert. I am just sharing my knowledge that I was learnt. Doesn't mean I'm right. Doesn't mean I'm wrong. It's just a belief, you know. Now, I was taught that there's no real gender assignment, even though we say the Star Goddess. And there is one for the god as well. But we're on the goddess at the minute. We are made of what she is made of. This is why we are not separate. And the way in which we empower rituals and any work that we're doing, if we're working on this level, takes some time to get to this level, my head. Now it's handwritten, so I will be turning pages as I read it. And I shall do my best. It's been a long time since I've read this. So when doing a ritual of any kind, this is one of the bigger callings we would do, especially when there's a coven, you know. It's to more empower others around you, because by the time you are running a coven or you're in charge of a coven, you should know already you have the power within you. The idea is to empower others then. I am the source of all things, who is known by many names. Diana, Morai, Kut Nuit, Isis, Astarte, Elohim. I am space. I am time. I am infinite. I am forever. I'm the one who is made of many. From me all things proceed, and from me all things must return. Within my expanses there are divine secrets to behold. I am the mysteries of life and death, order and chaos, light and darkness, emptiness and fulfillment. I am the force that holds all things together, the force that pulls them apart. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the void and that which lies beyond. Within me, thy innermost self shall be unfolded into the rapture of the infinite as I exist. You exist. As I breathe, you breathe. Your thoughts and discoveries are my own. Your intentions are made clear through me. As you grow, I grow. As you evolve, I evolve. You are the pebble, and I am the mountain. Let my worship be with the heart that rejoices. Behold all acts of love and pleasure, my rituals. Therefore let them be beauty and strength. Sorry, my dog came in. Power and compassion, honour and humility, mirth and reverence within you. For as you feed your tired soul, you feed mine. Know that if you search for me and do not find me, you have not looked within. I have been with you from the beginning, and I am that which is attained at the end of your desire. You are never alone, and you are never without power. For behold the strength of the one all-knowing. All-pervading influence is within you. Radia. Gospel of the Witches. And that's an older version. There are several variations, newer ones might I say, that are different to that. This is a much older one. It's the one that I've always used. I do believe I've put other variations up there. But this is like probably... Well, this is the one that my nan used. It's the one that I use, so it's a pretty old one. It's an older one than what the newer ones are. But the Gospel of the Witches, there are many. And the interesting thing is, I have a few. And it's amazing how to see through time, even the Gospel of the Witches seems to have had some changes in it. And what I mean is, the original Gospel of the Witches, the older ones, they're very much real and what I remember them of. And if I go to some of the more newer ones, they seem to have been sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Remoulded for society, I suppose, is the best way to put it. Remoulded to fit into society, which makes it not quite true to the heart. For me, it does. However, I think it's good for Wiccans and such, because they can take power from that. You know, yeah, I think it's all about personal preference more than anything, and your beliefs. But that's what you would use to empower a ritual, to empower others, to help them see their more higher self and spiritual sort of journey, to higher their vibrations and such. It's about learning them that we are not separate from this wonderful universe. It's about learning people that we are all one and should respect everything as we wish to be respected. Not just people, everything. Once we take out materialistic things and just bring in pure love for everything on the earth and know we are not separate from this beautiful earth and we must protect her as she protects us. She's given us a home. We breathe and live because she's given us a home. I think that requires a little bit of respect for Earth, And it's about that. Excuse me. I am quite swollen on the right side. If I don't sound very right, it's because my cheek's swollen on the right side. Yeah, and I guess that's the whole thing that I was brought up with, was that there is no separation. No one is above anybody else, but no one is below anybody else. If someone feels they are below someone else, it's because someone's made them feel that way. And it's important to bring them back to show them that they are not. If someone feels they are above someone else, again, someone's made them think that's right. And, it's not necessarily their fault, but more a foundation of their ways of life. And they should not be judged for that. They shouldn't. They should be respected for that. And, it's not about saying, oh my God, you think you're something you're not, and oh, you are beneath. It's not about, everybody's equal. We all bleed the same. We all come from the same place. We may all go to the same place. I don't necessarily believe that as such, but it can be hard. It can be hard, and I'll tell you why. Because to embrace your true inner self, you have to forget all the conditioning that's been put into you. I didn't have that. Didn't you see? That's why I'm different. I wasn't conditioned in that way. It's like, okay, so when you're a child, let's say you're a child and you're drawing a banana. I cannot remind you how many times I've seen this happen, and the child's drawn the banana and it's been blue, and the mum said, it's not blue, it's meant to be yellow. You're conditioning your child. Why is it not blue? If you want it to be blue, it can be blue. And I was always allowed to be free like that, If and it's very, I know it's really, it seems like such simple things, but when it's done throughout life on many things, like you put an outfit on and you come downstairs and you're told, well, that don't fit with that, so you can't wear that, go back upstairs and change. Again, that's conditioning to society's needs. It's conditioning to what other people would expect you to look like, if you understand what I mean. I never had none of that. I may have been conditioned in a mad way to see things that others don't, to be at one with nature and plants and such. But I was never held back regarding the different things I wanted to try, and the different variations of how I dressed, who I wanted to be. None of that was ever held back from me. I wasn't conditioned in that way. And we are conditioned from a very young age. I mean, think about it. We are conditioned as such where they want us to crawl. We start crawling, they want us to walk. We start walking, they want us to slow down, but yet they want us to run. We start running, then we need to stop. They want us to speak. We start speaking, we are told to shut up. Once we are speaking, we are given ways in which they want us to speak, how things are supposed to be said. Think about it. And that's nobody's fault. That's just human nature, you know. And it is. It's just basic human nature. But I never had none of that. I never had none of that. I was allowed to express myself artistically in any way. I was allowed to go into the woods, sit by trees, talk to trees and plants, because I was told it would help grow my soul. And I have every faith in that. I'm not saying that my childhood was bloody fantastic, because we all know I had a rough childhood. But you take away all those rough edges and all the bad and look at all the good. And that's what I do. You know, I take in what I was learnt. And people, you know, I've had people say, you think you're a know-it-all? No, I don't think I'm a know-it-all. Okay, anything that I say is not fact. You don't have to believe it. Don't you understand that? It is not fact. It is a belief in which I was brought up on that I am sharing. That's all. That's all. The reason I know all this stuff and it's because of family. It's just that simple. It's because of family. I was, you know, my nan pushed me to do alchemy, and I'm glad she did. I'm glad she did. I loved it. My nan wanted me to be very knowledgeable upon my herbs and my oils, because I'd be using them on a day, and I do use them on a daily basis. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just bettering oneself, is it not? I mean, back then I was probably a rebel and was like, I didn't want to listen. You know how you are when you're younger. I was the same. Like, yeah, I know more than you. Well, I didn't. But I thought I did when I was younger. But now I've grown up and I started reading back through my nan's things and you know, seeing all the stuff that she got me into and all the knowledge that she passed on. See, it's not my knowledge. It's family knowledge. I just got it, that's all. And it doesn't make it fact. It makes it belief. And we can believe in what we choose to believe in. You know, it's a choice. My choice is, I'm different. I love who I am. I see things others don't. So what? I was conditioned that way. No big deal. I'm not interfering in your life with it. I'm taking it as my own life and my own journey. You know, I've got journals from when I was 14-year-old. Imagine reading all them. Imagine. Yeah? It's like, it's just a belief. It can be twisted and rearranged, and it doesn't really matter. I'm who I am, you know? You can't take that. You can't change it. I am me. And I love me. And unfortunately, recently, I forgot that I love me. I was brought to such a low point. I didn't want to live anymore. Do you know how low you have to be to get to that point? And I'm sick of getting to that point. I'm sick of being put at that point by others' opinions and harassment. And I am me. I cannot be changed. I am conditioned the way I am. I love me for who I am. I enjoy everything I do. I enjoy life. Is it not beautiful? You know? Whether the weather be bad or good or violent or calm, it's all wonderful and beautiful because Earth creates it. And Earth is magnificent because she's the reason we are here. You know? Anyway, guys, love and light to you all. And many blessings, and thank you for listening, of course.